Where all religions and most creeds go wrong is to assume that everything plays out well for everyone. It's sadly very clear that this isn't the case. Think about the child killed in a genocide. Most of the faithful will comfort themselves by thinking that this child went on to heaven, and therefore the cruel fate can be excused because it led to greater bliss in the hereafter. But the truth is that many people simply suffer and die with no succor. I do not personally believe in an afterlife per se, and so I do not believe that there will be salvation in this manner. Everything is part of a plan, an equation, in a manner of speaking. But that doesn't mean that the guiding intelligence, the outer God, is omnipotent in the sense that most religions in history have understood the word. One guides the inner God, the human continuum, along a path of betterment, like a gardener tending to and guiding a plant, doing everything possible to help it grow and mature according to its unique nature. But the gardener, the guide, is not necessarily in control of everything going on inside the plant or inside its pot. Disease, parasites, non-specific failure to thrive, they can and do afflict the growing plant, and the gardener simply does what he can to help the plant survive and help it along on the journey that is ultimately encoded in the very genes of the organism itself, a journey that only it can fully understand and see to fruition. We are all part of the final evolution, the moral evolution. We are beyond most considerations of survival and scarcity, true scarcity, and now comes something more delicate and much more important. To behold the darkest things the human heart can create, perhaps that is the only way we can truly understand what horror really is, and why it must be overcome and suppressed through cultivation of the will. Maybe that is the ultimate reason for the bad things that happen to good people, so that human beings moving upward through the path of moral evolution can perceive and experience that awful psychic substrate, and in so understanding and incorporating it into the evolving continuum, it becomes part of the whole, and the entire species is able to progress and see, truly see, why the need for justice and moral evolution is not only necessary, but the most desirable thing in the entire universe. We, as parts of the inner God, are the hands of the God, as guided by the plan of the outer God. We are capable of great things. We all have immense transformative power within ourselves, but we are not perfect, and we are not all-powerful. The world is a flawed and cruel place, and so we must use every tool at our disposal and every method available to us, even the imperfect ones, to fix the problems of this world and elevate it to a higher level of existence. Even if we need things that perhaps we shouldn't need in an ideal world, there is nothing wrong with that seeming contradiction. The world is not perfect. All people do not have access to everything they need to achieve perfect happiness, and so whatever the world provides is fuel for further development.